Hello, my dear students. I know that you all are safe at your home. Please follow good respiratory hygiene to protect the people around you. Now I am here to teach you the second part of the lesson, the little girl named The Little Girl by Catherine Mansfield. Then what is the theme of this lesson? Kailas, can you say? Relationship between parents and children. Who are the main characters in this lesson? Akshaya, can you say? Okay. Kezia, her father, mother, grandmother, and Alice the cook. Kezia and her father play an important role in this story. Kezia, the central character or protagonist, was afraid of her father, but he loved her very much. Most of the time, this little girl found that her mother reading and father stretched out in the sofa. Now, move on to the next part. All of you take your literature reader, page number 34. Don't stare so, Kezia, you look like a little brown owl that we have seen in the previous class. One day, when she was kept indoors with a cold, her grandmother told her that father's birthday was next week and suggested she should make him a pincushion for a gift out of a beautiful piece of yellow silk. One day, Kezia's grandmother informed her that her father's birthday was on next week. Once, Kezia's grandmother informed her that her father's birthday was on next week and suggested she should make him a pincushion for a gift out of a beautiful piece of yellow silk, and also suggested her to make a beautiful pincushion for him as a gift. Then one day, Kezia's grandmother informed her that her father's birthday was on next week and also told them to make a beautiful cushion for him. Laboriously, with a double cotton, the little girl stitched 3 sides, but what to fill it with? Laboriously. Laboriously here means with a lot of difficulty. With a lot of difficulty, as she is a small girl, with a lot of difficulty, with a double cotton, the little girl stitched 3 sides of the cushion. Cushion, you know, like pillow. Sides, but what to fill it with? That was the question. Then she stitched 3 sides, then again she was confused. Then what to fill it with? That was the question. The grandmother was out in the garden and she wandered into mother's bedroom to look for scarves. Then she, after stitching 3 sides, then she has to put something inside. She decided to fill the cushion with scarves. So she went to her mother's bedroom. On the bed table, she discovered a great many sheets of fine paper. On the table, she noticed that into great many sheets of fine paper, gathered from up, tore them into tiny pieces and stuffed her case, then sewed up the 4th side. What did she do? She tore the pages. Tear, the presence of tear is tore. She tore the pieces into many pieces and filled her case and stitched up the 4th side. So 4th side. Then when her grandmother was in the garden, the little girl went to her mother's bedroom and she noticed some purpose there. What did she do? She tore the purpose in small pieces and filled the cushion and stitched the 4th side. That night there was a hue and cry in the house. That night there was a hue and cry. Here means there is noise, a lot of noise in the house. Father's great speech for the Port Authority had been lost. Why there was a noise in the house? Father's great speech for the Port Authority had been lost. A paper has father's great speech for the Port Authority. That means the her father has written a speech for the Port Authority. It has been lost. Rooms were searched, servants questioned. Finally, mother came to Kezia's room. Rooms they searched everywhere, servants were questioned. Finally, mother came to Kezia's room. Kezia, I suppose you didn't see some purpose on a table in our room? Then her mother asked her, did you see some purpose in our room? Oh yes, she said, I tore them up for my surprise. Then what did Kezia say? She said that she tore the paper for my surprise. What? Screamed mother. Come straight down to the dining room this instant. Then mother became so angry and asked her to come down to the dining room. And she was dragged down to where father was placing to and fro hands behind his back. Then she came to dining room where her father was walking to and fro by keeping his hands behind. Well, he said sharply. Mother explained. He stopped and stared at the child. Then mother told him that Kezia tore the papers. Did you do that? No, she whispered. She said that no. Mother, go up to her room and fetch down the damn thing. He said, mother here means grandmother. Go up to her room and fetch down the damn thing. See that the child's put to bed this instant. Then go and bring that damn thing. Damn thing here means the dirty thing. See that the child's put to bed this instant. Crying too much to explain, she lay in the shadowed room watching the evening light make a sad little pattern on the floor. Then she became very sad. The little girl became very sad. Then father came into the room with a ruler in his hands. Later, her father came to her room with a ruler. Ruler means stick in his hands. I am going to beat you for this, he said. He said that I am going to beat you for this. Oh, no, she screamed. Screamed means she cried, hiding under the bedclothes. Then she cried and by hiding under the bedclothes. He pulled them aside. He pulled them from there. He pulled them aside. Sit up, he ordered, and hold your hands. Hold out your hands. You must be taught once and for all not to touch what does not belong to you. Now I am going to beat you. Then I am going to teach you don't touch others' things. Don't take others' things. But it was for your birthday. But she suddenly said it was for your birthday. Down came the ruler on her little pink palms. Then he has beaten her. Hours later, when grandmother had wrapped her in a shawl and rocked her in the rocking chair, the child clung to her soft body. Then hours later, when grandmother had wrapped her in a shawl and rocked her in a rocking chair means swinging chair, the child clung to her soft body. What did God make fathers for? She sobbed. She is sobbing that she was so sad. That means she got punishment by her father. Here is a clean hanky, darling. Then here is a clean handkerchief, darling. Blow your nose. Go to sleep, pet. You will forget all about it in the morning. In the morning, you may forget everything. I tried to explain to father, but he was too upset to listen tonight. Then I tried to explain what really happened, but he was so busy. But the child never forgot. Next time she saw him, she quickly put both hands behind her back and a red color flew into her cheeks. But the child never forgot. Next time when she saw him, she quickly put both hands behind her back and a red color flew into her cheeks. Then when she saw next time, he was so afraid to face it. The McDonald's lived next door. McDonald is their neighbor. They had 5 children. Looking through a gap in the fence, the little girl saw them playing tag in the evening. She noticed that the neighbors with their 5 children, they were playing tag. Have you ever played tag? Tag here means the children's game of catching one another. Tag. In the evening, the father with the baby Mao on his shoulders, 2 little girls hanging onto his coat pockets ran round and round the flowers, shaking with laughter. Once she saw the boys turn the hose on him and he tried to catch them laughing all the time. Then what she noticed? She noticed that their neighbor and their children, 5 children, they were playing together. Then she decided there were different sorts of father. That means that children playing with their father. Suddenly, one day mother became ill and she and grandmother went to hospital. One day, mother became ill. Kezia's mother became ill and she and her grandmother, Kezia's grandmother, went to hospital. The little girl was left alone in the house with Alice. The little girl was left alone in the house. Where did her mother and grandmother go? They went to the hospital because her mother became ill. Then the Alice was the little girl was left alone in the house with the Alice, the cook. Alice, the name of the cook. That was all right in a daytime. But while Alice was putting her to bed, she grew suddenly afraid. Then at night, Alice was not ready to sleep alone. What will I do if I have a nightmare? The child is asking, what will I do if I have a nightmare? Nightmare means a bad dream. She asked, I often have nightmares and then Granny takes me into her bed. I can't stay in the dark. It all gets whispering. That means the child is not ready to sleep alone. Most of the time, when what happens, Granny took her into her bed. Here, that particular day, her mother and grandmother, they were not in their house. They went to the hospital. You just go to sleep, child, said Alice, pulling off her socks, and don't you scream and wake your poor pa. Then you go to sleep, then you don't disturb your father. But the same old nightmare came. The butcher with a knife and a rope, who came nearer and nearer, smiling that dreadful smile, while she could not move, could only stand still, crying out, Grandma, Grandma. The same nightmare, she again saw the same bad dream, the butcher with a knife and a rope, who came nearer to her. Butcher here means a person who sells meat. She was so afraid and she cried out loudly by calling, Grandma, Grandma. Then she woke up shivering to see father beside her bed, a candle in his hand. When she woke up, she saw that her father was standing near her. What is the matter? He said. He asked her, what is the matter? Oh, a butcher, a knife, I want Granny. She said that she wanted to sleep with Granny. He blew out the candle, bent down and caught up the child in his arms, carrying her along the passage to the big bedroom. What did he do? He took the child from there and went to his bedroom. A newspaper was on the bed. He put away the paper and then carefully tucked up the child. He lay down beside her. He allowed the child to lie there. He lay down beside her. Then half asleep, still with the butcher's smile all about her it seemed, she crept close to him. She crept close to him because she was afraid. She crept close to him, snuggled her head under his arm, held tightly to his shirt. Then what did he do? Then she was so afraid, but her father took her from her bed and went to his bedroom. Both of them slept together. Then the dark did not matter. She lay still. Here, rub your feet against my legs and get them warm, said father. Father told her that rub her feet against his legs and get them warm. Tried out, he slept before the little girl. What happened? Her father slept before her. A funny feeling came over her. Poor father, not so big after all, and with no one to look after him. He was harder than grandmother, but it was a nice hardness. Then he understood that he was so tired. Then he has been working in an office, so he was so tired. So he slept before her. But it was a nice hardness, and every day he had to work hard and was too tired to be a Mr. McDonald. Then every day he had to work hard. So he was not getting enough time to play with her. Then here in the story we have seen one neighbor named Mr. McDonald. Then the Kezia noticed that he was playing with his children. But in the case of Kezia's father, he was very busy. He had to work a lot. So usually he would not get time to play with her. She had torn up all his beautiful writings. She stood suddenly and sighed. What is the matter? Asked her father. Another dream. Again her father asked her, what is the matter? Asked her father. Another dream? Oh, said the little girl. My head is on your head. I can hear it going. What is a big head you have got, father dear? Then she told her father that my head is on your, I kept my head on your head. I can hear it going. What is a big heart you have got, father dear? Then the story ends with the line, what a big heart you have got, father dear. What is the meaning of that line? What a big heart you have got? That means he loved her very much. Kezia's father loved her very much. The story ends with a positive comment by Kezia. That means at the end of the story, Kezia realized her father. She felt secure while lying near him. Then what you learn from this story? Then you learn the message we get from this story is all parents love their children equally and are ready to support them. All parents love their children equally and are ready to support them. That means all parents, your parents are, you know that your parents are ready to support you. But when you make a mistake, then what they should do? They should definitely scold you. But you should understand your parents. Then it is the responsibility of parents to guide you correctly. So whenever you make a mistake, they definitely scold you. So you should understand your parents. Don't make baseless opinion about them. Then listen, just to summarize the story. Vaishnav, can you summarize the story? Okay, well, this story written by Catherine Mansfield. Then the theme of the story is relationship with parents and children. In the beginning of the story, we have seen that Kezia was afraid of her father. That means she misunderstood her father's strictness. So she kept a distance between him. Then, but at the end of the story, once she was alone in her bedroom, then she saw a nightmare and she cried loudly. When she opened her eyes, she saw that her father was near her. Then from that experience, she realized that her father was a loving father. Then, but why he was not ready to play with her? Because he was very busy. He had to work hard in the daytime, so he was not getting enough time to play with her. That is why he was not ready to play with her. From at the end of the story, we have learned that Kezia loved her father very much, and Kezia's father loved her also very much. That means all parents love their children equally and are ready to support them. So what you should do? You should love your parents and understand your parents, and you should obey your parents. Don't make baseless opinion about them. Okay, all of you understand this lesson? Okay, read the lesson. The story is very simple. You read the lesson. I will send you the notes through Google Classroom. Thank you all.